We wanted to know if there was a correlation between the number of animal shelters in each state and the reported animal abuses in 2010. We had collected our data from 2 websites. After we collected the data, we put the data into a spreadsheet and created a graph. The graph appeared positive with a fairly strong linear shape, as displayed on this graph. The outliers consisted of Illinois, Ohio, and New York and Florida. The New York and Florida outliers because they have a higher report of animal abuse for a state with a great amount of animal shelters. Ohio and Illinois are outliers because they have a very low report of animal abuse for a state with a large number of animal shelters. When looking at our equation, y hat equals 0.453 plus 0.139x, we can see that when there are 0 animal shelters in a state, the average reported animal abuse is 4.53. The slope tells us that for every increase in one animal abuse and one animal shelter, there's an increase of 0.139 animal abuses. When we calculated our R, we found that it was 0.77, showing a fairly strong linear correlation, as you can tell by the graph. When calculating our R squared, we came up with 0.5, showing that the variation of from the line of best fit was only about 50% and was very low, which also backs up and gives us a strong linear correlation. When graphing the residuals, we saw that they're scattered pretty evenly around the x-axis, showing us that our linear model is very accurate and showing us that we have a very strong correlation. From the data presented, we feel that our models are a fairly accurate representation of how the number of animals and shelters in each state is related to the reported animal abuse in each state. To solve this problem, there could be new laws enacted that prevent people who have previous animal abuses from gaining more animals and many things like that.